Currently, there are estimated 2,546 political parties in India. Of that, 8 are national and 50 to 53 are state parties. These parties claim commitment to improve general condition of common people and that of the nation as a whole. Of the 8 national parties, Congress and ruling BJP are the leading one. Congress managed to cling to power for 70 years and never stopped preaching their devotion to welfare of populace. Here is a cutting of a propaganda on poverty removal snapshot. In reality, its low-quality leadership in post-independent India was characterized by outstanding mediocrity made of petty bourgeois, street fighters, and lumpen proletariats. Here it shows density of criminals in Indian Parliament. Since there is no accountability in the so-called democracy all over the third world, main target of any political leadership is likely to be to gain access to the national wealth for personal benefit. This wealth is accumulated from 30 to 35 different taxes squeezed out of the populace, of which more than 90% belongs to underclass. Politics of India and dynamics of most political leadership revolves around the treasure accumulated from the sweat and tear of these people. One finds that each national and or regional parties, almost without exception, are littered with leaders next of kin, since this is the route to unchecked power, prestige, and wealth that requires no professional skill other than networking and hoodlumism. Purpose is obvious. It is for anyone to see how a large section of populace in present-day India has been pauperized through the state bureaucracy and wealth concentrated in a small circle. In the face of a system that is stripped of all accountability, Congress leadership was either too incompetent to install governance for inclusive growth, which is unlikely since competence was and is always available in a second most populous nation. Another possibility is intellectual capacity and or political will of their leadership was not adequate enough to initiate the process of inclusive growth. Question is, why? Perhaps thought process and skill sets of street fighters and hoodlums are better suited to capture power, dominate, terrorize, deceive, and control populace, but they are not likely to be compatible to the concept of working in the interest of inclusive growth and complex mechanism of achieving such a goal. That is where intellectual minds fit in. But intellectual class of third world countries are traditionally subservient to the seat of power. Leadership where skill of domination and skill of innovation combines are rare. Suddenly, Aam Aadmi Party emerged in the political scene and endured a phase of mockery and ridicule from the vested interest group, mainstream media, and rival political parties. When these opponents got the taste of dormant potential of Aam Aadmi Party and its qualitatively superior leadership, they started to oppose them by using state machinery as their main tools of resistance. Here is a clip showing central government using CBI to raid the office of Delhi Chief Minister.
इनको कोई लेना देना नहीं है। अरे राजेंद्र ने क्या ठेके दिए थे? अरे राजेंद्र ने ठेके दिए थे अगर 2007 में, तो 2015 तक क्या कर रहे थे मोदी जी? आपकी सरकार आए हुए तो बहुत दिन हो गए। अब 2015 तक आपने, मैं आपको बता दूं मोदी जी, आपने दूसरों को तो जला दिया सीबीआई से। केजरीवाल नहीं डरने वाला। आपको पता नहीं है मैं किस मिट्टी का बना हूं। केजरीवाल नहीं डरने वाला। आखिरी सांस तक मैं मर मिटूंगा, देश के लिए लड़ता रहूंगा, लेकिन और मैं मोदी जी के इन सीबीआई और टुटपंजियों से और इन गीदड़ भभकियों से नहीं डरने वाला। मैं ये उनको साफ साफ कह देना चाहता हूं। जहां तक कहना शब्दों का चयन ठीक से नहीं किया, अरे तुम्हारे तो कर्म फूटे हैं, मेरे तो शब्द खराब होंगे। मैं तो गांव का सिवानी में पैदा हुआ था, हिसार के पास एक गांव है, मेरा हो सकता है मेरे शब्द खराब हो, तुम्हारे तो कर्म खराब हैं। तुम अपने कुकर्मों की माफ़ी मांगो देश से, मैं अपने शब्दों की माफ़ी मांगूंगा देश से।
Now, the AAP may well be in its infancy, but its inner strength and power of leadership is clearly indomitable. There is very little doubt that AAP is here to stay until it faces its most formidable challenge of governing the nation. It is by no means too early to be mindful of those who are watching very, very closely from far whether the education policy of AAP leadership, if and when they rule from the center, one day transform India into a formidable competitor of the Anglo-American West.